Today we are looking at the Umarex Gauntlet in .25 caliber. Now I've already done a full under pressure review of the Gauntlet, so we're not going to cover the things that this has in common with the .22 and .177. We're going to focus on some of the things that are different so that you know what you're getting with the .25 caliber. You know, the trigger's the same, which means that out of the box it's not very good, but it's really easy to tune and you can make it an absolutely great trigger, and that's one of the really good things that the Gauntlet's got going for it. You know, same adjustable cheek piece shroud, everything else. So let me point out just a few things that are different with the .25 caliber Gauntlet. The bottle is regulated to 1900 psi. So instead of the 1100 psi that the .177 and .22 are regulated to, this one's regulated a lot higher. What that also means is that the .25 caliber is not going to function very well on CO2. You're going to have really low velocities. CO2 is close enough to that 1100 that it worked pretty well in the .177 .22, but not on the .25. The other thing that I want to draw particular attention to here is this barrel band. Now, this is something that Umarex listened to. There have been a lot of complaints that if you bump the barrel on the Gauntlet, it knocks the POI off. And that's true. You have to be careful with that barrel. Now they've added this barrel band on, and that gives it a lot of support. It's here at the base, so you still get a lot of kind of floating barrel out here, but it's still got a lot of extra support here. Now it's interesting because I'll see if maybe you guys can see this here. The barrel shroud here actually has a little band that goes around it that a sort of wedge that fits inside this band. So you can remove that and shoot it, and then you'll have a true floating barrel. You can test accuracy that way. You know, some guns may like it without it, some guns may like it with it. There's that option. And even without that wedge removed, you still have support here so the barrel can't move too much. Now, if you want to test that out, you know, you check it out, you know, remove the air cylinder. I've got a video on how to degas it. You can use the degassing tool. Remove the shroud, and you can play with that. It just slides on and off. But those are the main differences. The other one is that, you know, you've got an 8-round magazine here. It's same Marauder style magazine, really reliable, works really well. I will say that feeding pellets, not just through the magazine, but with the single shot tray that it also comes with, is quite stiff. I think the lead here, if this were my gun, I would take and polish that lead a little bit, because it's when you're pushing the pellet in, it's pretty firm, and you'll probably see that when I'm out there shooting. It doesn't, you know, it's not a problem one way or another. It's just, that's how it is. I wish it went in smoother and easier, but there you go. That's basically it. Let's take this to the range. We'll do some accuracy testing. We'll run it over the chronograph, and we'll do some sound testing also. I'm going to run this over the chronograph. I'm going to give you a full shot string. We'll give the power, the velocity, and so forth. I'm shooting the JSB 25.4 grain domed pellets here. There's 8. There's 16. Now these magazines really are just great. Just turn that like that, drop your first pellet in, and then fill them up. Okay, that's 24. And we'll call it there. Our highest reading with the Gauntlet in .25 caliber is 99.1 decibels, which makes this a little louder than backyard friendly for most backyards. I'm assuming that a lot of you who are buying the .25 caliber Gauntlet over the .22 or the .177 are buying it to hunt with. So we're going to do the accuracy testing with the Predator Poly Mags. It's shooting about 880 feet per second, you know, like the 25 grains, and then we'll see how it does. And that's 8. Okay, let's take a look at our target. These are the Predator Poly Mags, kind of a vertical group, really tight horizontally. Some of this verticality could be due to the trigger pull, which is not heavy, but it's really long and kind of unpredictable. Like I say, this is an easy trigger to adjust. You can make it really nice, so don't let that put you off. But I know if it were adjusted the way I like it, these groups would be smaller. But even as it is, you know, you can cover 7 out of 8 with a dime pretty easily. That's like I say, about 1/3 of an inch when you take that one off. I did shoot the H&N Hunter Extremes. Again, you can pretty much cover that group with a dime. So at 35 yards, you know, you've got really good accuracy. I haven't taken it out farther, but you know, with the power and the velocity you're getting, you should be able to hunt with this out to 50, 70 yards pretty easily. So again, all in all, for $300, you're getting a lot of gun. It's regulated, you know, consistent shot count. You know, we saw about 15 feet per second spread over 26 shots. That's, you know, over 3 magazines. If it were me, I would just plan on refilling every 3 magazines. You'll get a lot of consistency. As the regulator breaks in, you should see that spread tighten up. And again, I haven't cleaned the barrel, even swabbed it out or anything, so those things tend to improve and make the gun shoot better too. All in all, you've got a $300 gun with a lot of power, a lot of consistency, shot count. Again, you can replace the bottle as long as you've got a regulator that's set to about 1800, 1900 PSI. And all the great features that we love from the Gauntlet, the adjustable cheek piece, the great trigger, like I say, once you adjust it, and a good, reliable system overall. So if you're in the market for a powerful hunting gun that's regulated and won't break the bank, then you should take a close look at the Umarex Gauntlet in .25 caliber. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends, make sure and ring that notification bell, and thanks for watching.